when we caught these, first sight of these, they were on land. So they were walking down a slope or toward a slope, and then they got into the water. And I'm a sucker for pelicans. And here I get a chance to video of pelicans and Canada geese. Now, the amazing thing about pelicans, as you may or may not be aware of, is that they're amazing flyers. They've got a really wide wingspan, and they soar. And they can soar like an eagle. So if you ever see them above a river or a river bend, it's just amazing. They can be up there for, seems like forever, just making circles and soaring and finding out updrafts. We used to find them near a spillway in Saskatoon, and there were resident penguins that seemed to have kind of a territory, but man, gotta love them. See if we can get a side view of them. Geese? How many goslings we got here, team? Not a huge crew, but oh, there are 4. Thought there was 3, but was that one diving? See how those storks are doing, or sorry, pelicans. That one looked just like a stork, one by itself there. Look at that bridge. It's actually an elevated pipe that goes across the Moose Jaw River in the Farnford Bridge. Bunch of pipes there. In case you're wondering what that rocket was, there's a train just getting going. That's what they sound like when they start to pull. The engines start to pull and the slack in the couplers gets taken up. It's amazing how large a pelican is. There's a view of the train that's been making all the noise. Noticed in the last 20 years how much longer the trains are on the main line, the CP main line. We've got property out in the country near the CP main line. A couple of different locations on the main line, and it's amazing. It's amazing how long those trains are now compared to, even 20 years ago. 20 years ago, 100, 105 cars was a lot. Now they seem to go faster, and there's like over 200 cars in a train. We'll get you some video shots of those trains because we can position right near the main line. Hopefully we'll get it nice and close and steady so that you can slow down the video if you want and look at some of the amazing artwork and graffiti on those train cars. We thought about doing that for a time. And we're all about creative things and curiosity. This is definitely a community we're forming about creativity and curiosity. Handmade things, hand designed and built, and of course natural things. Animals in nature. Beautiful. I miss views like this when we hit our winters. Not sure what we're gonna do when wintertime rolls along. Catch a glimpse of that train in the background, starting to move along. That was making all the noise. Counting on my camera to handle the contrast because we've got full sun out here, and trusting that we'll get a good view of this little village of activity out there. So you can see the Moose Jaw Rivers. Definitely low water now. It's June 22nd, and some series of lakes that cascade into each other behind spillways only when we get rain. So train can't seem to make up its mind to which way it's going, but they're building these multi-car trains. Here we're near the main marshalling yards of the CP main line, so they're building these, putting different sections together for cross-Canada trips. Amazing scenery, wildlife. Show you a little bit of what I can see here and see whether you can pick it up. wildlife. I'll have to experiment a little bit with maybe marking some of these specific areas on the video so that you can see and spot some of the things that I'm seeing. I've seen some YouTube videos where they're circling and delineating specific areas so that people catch specific areas of the video frame a little quicker. Lots of activity in this area. It's right in the middle of the day. See the algae and mud flats. The river has quit running now. Gotta admire and appreciate how the different spillways are trap water behind them and left really nice pools for wildlife and access to water for the deer and places for muskrat and beaver to hang out. This is a real get for me to be able to get such an assortment of bird life in one location at one time. Close enough to be able to get it on video, and man, it's priceless for me because sometimes you get only a part of this and you catch it from a bank and get obstructed views and bush and brush. All right, hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. It's always some action here. Pretty cool. Look at that, eh? Huh. You can hear the transition of the rail cars as they stop and take up the slack. It's part of life down around these parts, hearing that sound. Sometimes when two larger sections are mated at night, it's a heck of a boom. You almost think it's thunder and lightning. Hooking up those rail cars. Don't know too much about it, but a lot of people around here have long careers with the railroad, either in maintenance or tracks or actually handling the cars and engineers. We have friends, neighbors, people that have made just show you the cars again. The noise they make as they take up this lock and they start moving again. Quite a few of our friends and neighbors have had long careers, especially with the CP, because this is such a major marshalling yard and maintenance zone here. Look at that wingspan on them. Pretty amazing. I've had my eye on these birds, especially these pelicans, for a number of weeks, but to be able to finally get them and get this many of them in one area and get unfettered access to them with a video camera is just, wow. I'm stoked. Sometimes you know they're in the area and you know roughly where they hang out, where their breeding area is and where they're raising their young, but to be able to get access to it and get it on video, man, I'm happy about this. I'll have this video forever to refer to. I'm pretty stoked. Well, good luck with what you do with this video and how much you use it in still form or how much you're able to expand on it and zoom in on it. Pretty awesome.